Welcome back to Aviation India, the channel where real aviation never hides behind luxury. Today, we're taking off to uncover the dark side of private aviation, the jets that promised everything but delivered nothing. These were supposed to be the dream machines for millionaires and CEOs, symbols of power, freedom, and prestige. But behind the glossy brochures and perfect photos were endless maintenance failures, cost explosions, and performance nightmares. So fasten your seatbelt, because today we're revealing 10 private jets that turned into total nightmares. And if you love real aviation stories, hit that like button and subscribe to Aviation India for more. Cessna Citation 500. The Citation 500 was supposed to be a revolution in private flying. Small, fast, and affordable, but in reality it became a lesson in compromise. Its engines were weak, its climb rate sluggish, and range disappointing. Pilots often joked that it took forever to leave the runway. The cabin was cramped and noisy, and passengers felt every vibration. Maintenance schedules came fast and expensive, and spare parts were hard to find. Despite being easy to fly, it lacked power under pressure. Many operators called it underpowered and overhyped. Its avionics were outdated even in its prime, making it difficult to manage on long flights. Fuel efficiency was poor, and most owners sold theirs early, losing money in the process. Today, it stands as one of Cessna's most forgettable experiments in private jet history. Beechjet 400A. The Beechjet 400A looked like a luxury toy but turned out to be a financial trap. Its sleek design couldn't hide serious flaws under the skin. The small cabin made long flights feel unbearable. The fuel burn was excessive, and the limited range forced constant refueling. Its balance issues made it tricky to handle during landings, and pilots often complained about unstable approaches. The avionics required expensive updates, and mechanical reliability was average at best. Mechanics disliked working on it because of tight access to systems, which made repairs slow and costly. Passengers described the interior as stylish but uncomfortable. Over time, it became a jet that few operators wanted to keep, and most private buyers quickly regretted owning it. The Beechjet became a reminder that looks don't always equal performance. Learjet 60. The Learjet 60 promised raw power but delivered chaos, fast, loud, and aggressive. It became infamous for unstable landings and difficult brake systems. Pilots often compared it to flying a wild animal, unpredictable and demanding. The cabin was cramped, and passengers reported high noise levels throughout the flight. Maintenance teams hated the jet because of its complicated systems and poor accessibility. Fuel burn was massive, making every flight costly, and inefficient parts broke faster than expected, and replacement costs skyrocketed. Many corporate operators replaced it within a few years. Due to poor reliability, the Learjet 60 had potential, but never reached balance between speed and stability. Its reputation fell quickly, and today it's considered one of the most problematic Learjets ever built. Hawker 1000. The Hawker 1000 tried to enter the big leagues but fell short in almost every category on paper. It looked promising with long range and spacious design, but reality was different. Its engines struggled in hot climates, and performance dropped sharply under heavy loads. The cabin was outdated and felt cheap compared to competitors. Avionics were from another era and costly to modernize. Takeoffs were long and exhausting. Especially on short runways, owners complained about constant mechanical issues and rising maintenance costs. Parts became rare and expensive as production ended early. Resale value collapsed within years, and pilots often described it as heavy, slow, and inefficient. It tried to be a transcontinental jet, but ended as a maintenance marathon. Dassault Falcon Swansea. The Falcon 20 once symbolized success, but age turned it into a burden. Its engines were noisy, fuel-thirsty, and prone to wear. The airframe was tough but required constant inspection and costly overhauls. As the years passed, spare parts became almost impossible to find, forcing many owners to retire. The aircraft's early avionics upgrades cost more than the jet itself, and systems often failed mid-flight. It was reliable only with obsessive maintenance, making it unfit for smaller operators. Many sat abandoned in hangars or sold for parts. Even Dassault enthusiasts admit it's one of those planes better left in the past, a relic of an era where design outpaced practicality. Gulfstream G100. The Gulfstream G100 carried a powerful name, but lacked the soul of a true Gulfstream. The jet was fast on paper, but range was disappointing, the cabin narrow and cramped compared to others in its class. Pilots disliked the cockpit layout. Calling it confusing and outdated avionics were hard to read, and systems needed constant calibration. Landing felt rough and unstable, especially on short runways. Maintenance costs climbed as parts became scarce. Due to limited production runs, many owners discovered that keeping it airworthy cost more than buying a better jet fuel efficiency was poor, and its resale value fell fast. It's the kind of aircraft that looked like a bargain, but became an expensive trap over time. IAI Westwind II. The Westwind II tried to modernize an old design but ended up stuck between generations. Its wings created excessive drag, hurting both speed and fuel efficiency. Noise levels were high and cabin comfort low. Passengers often compared it to flying in a metal box with turbulence. Reliability issues appeared on long routes, and mechanics struggled with complex systems. Parts prices rose year after year, and even basic service became a challenge, handling on takeoff. And landing was tricky due to poor balance and crosswinds. Operators quickly moved to newer jets and left the Westwind behind. While it could fly decently when maintained perfectly, it demanded far too much attention for what it delivered. It became a perfect example of outdated engineering, still trying to compete in a modern world. Sabreliner 65. The Sabreliner 65 looked strong on the outside, but was a disaster in the real world. Built heavy with military DNA, it was loud, inefficient, and extremely expensive to operate. The fuel consumption was ridiculous, and the range too short for business use. Avionics were primitive and difficult to upgrade. Spare parts disappeared fast, and mechanics dreaded working on it. The cabin design was cramped and uncomfortable for passengers. It could reach good speeds, but at the cost of enormous maintenance bills. Operators joked that it burned money faster than fuel. Despite its tough appearance, it became a burden for most owners and quickly vanished from the corporate market, leaving behind stories of frustration and regret. Citation Sovereign early models. Early Citation. Sovereigns tried to mix comfort with performance but failed miserably. The engines underperformed in hot weather, and the avionics suite was unreliable. Frequent software glitches grounded fleets for days. Cabin insulation was weak, making long flights noisy and tiring. Fuel burn exceeded expectations, and range was often less than advertised. Pilots described it as unpredictable during takeoff and unsteady in turbulence. Interior materials wore out fast, and replacements were costly. Despite Cessna's strong reputation, the Sovereign's early generation proved that even the best brands can miss the mark. It took years of updates before the model finally earned back pilot trust, but those first versions still haunt the market. Eclipse 500. The Eclipse 500 was born with hype and ended in heartbreak. It was sold as the affordable jet for everyone, but the dream collapsed fast, plagued by engine malfunctions, unreliable avionics, and endless software bugs. Fleets were grounded multiple times, and support disappeared when the manufacturer went bankrupt. Its small cabin and weak range made it useless for serious travel. Pilots reported poor stability at altitude, and difficult handling during approach. Maintenance was nearly impossible. Without factory backing, and parts vanished from the market, owners were left with grounded jets and massive financial losses. The Eclipse became the definition of over-promising and under-delivering, a story of innovation that crashed before it could even fly. And that's it, 10 private jets that promised the skies but crashed under their own problems. Some fail because of design, others because of over-promising, but all became unforgettable lessons in aviation reality. If you enjoyed this list, hit the like button and subscribe to Aviation India for more stories of the skies, both legendary and disastrous. See you on the next flight.